You mentioned Meek Mill. So
Yeah.
so you knew Meek Mill even way back then?
Hell yeah, me and Meek Mill from the same hood, from North Philly. Yeah.
Do you remember how you guys met?
You know what's crazy? I don't remember the first exact day we met. I want to say it might have been through Oskino, because Oskino and Jihad was cool, and we used to take Jihad around to battle people. So I think it was like kind of one of them days where Meek and Jihad was together, because Meek and Jihad used to kick it together back then when they was young. So I think it was one of them, like, it might have been like that, like, and then I recognized, like, damn, Meek, you live right around, not too far from, where I'm at. Because I lived on 16th and Cecil B. Moore. It used to be 16th in Columbia, but 16th and Cecil B. Moore. And he was from Burke Street. You know what I'm saying? So that's like literally, you know what I mean? So it was just like, we just mashed. He was always like cool. He was never like, no bullshit. We was always cool. You know what I'm saying?
Was he rapping at the time?
Yeah, he was rapping. He was rapping his ass off. He was down with Headshots at the time. And I remember he had went to jail. I think he had went to jail for that case. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's the case where he was on probation for a long time, where he got the cops beat him up and all that shit with the gun and all that dumb shit. And I think his bail was for like 10,000 or something. I think they probably couldn't get him out or something like that. But when he did get out, he parted ways from them. But I had a studio on Delaware Avenue, right? Like the Sugar House is there now, a casino, but my studio was across the street from there. And my old head, me and him partnered up with it, after he kind of fell back. And they used to come down. You know what I'm saying? Joey Jihad, Quilly, Meek, A.R. Ab, they all came. And the first song that Meek and A.R. Ab did was really with me over a freestyle off my Philadelphia mixtape. And I was cool with all of them. Like we was all cool. But he was rapping like that then, like rapping over beats for hours and all that shit. He was doing that shit then. He always was gonna be. He just needed a shot. He was doing it then.
Damn.
Yeah.
You got any memories or stories you could share from back then with him?
Yeah, I remember when he started getting his look. Like I said, matter of fact, Meek was locked up. When Meek was locked up, he was locked up with somebody else that I knew. And that person was down for a temp. And I think they were Sully's or something like that. And Meek called me like, yo, he went to court, man, but he ain't never come back to the jail tonight. I said, I know, he out here with us. He like, what? What the? But Meek had a detainer, and I remember he was like, yo, tell Kev play my shit for me, man. And he had like a lot of freestyles and all that shit then. And then he came home and he started tearing shit up. Booking his own studio time. It'd be him, it used to be all of us in the Back Cave studio. It'd be me, Meek, Gil, O'Malley, Black De Niro, 8 Gang, like it'd just be a Garcia, Ready Rock. It'd just be a bunch of us in there. You know what I'm saying? Just knocking out records. Like he'll be doing a session and he don't even care niggas is in there. We all would be doing sessions, but we all would just be in each other's session. You know what I mean? And everybody was from all over, whether niggas is strapped or whatever. We all with each other. You know what I mean? Laugh, joke, kicked it. Like, and we did that shit for years. And a lot of people don't know a lot of songs and freestyles that Cosmic Kev was playing came from us being in the Back Cave, just kicking it, not even planning it. Like, yo, what beat you working on? Yo, I'm working on this. You got a verse for it? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just would be like that. Me could be like, yo, you got something for this? Yeah. And that's just like how like a lot of freestyles and records got done.
At one point, 50 and Rick Ross start to have issues. And
I think Ross dissed Fifth or something like that Ross dissed Fifth on a record or something like that. It wasn't nothing that they It wasn't nothing like a, like
I think it was something minor. And then I just remember
yeah.
all these cartoons started coming out about Rick Ross on This Is 50.
I really feel like, honestly, I really feel like Ross did that just trying to level himself up. Like there was a point in time that, I ain't gonna say a point in time, but there was a point in time that if you dish 50 Cent, right, two things is gonna happen. One, it's not gonna go well for you. Two, your name gonna be in the headlines next to his. So at that time, his name was right next to Fifth every time, with the beef thing. You know what I mean? And I think it was just like, what? So, that's when they, start going at it. Because, Fifth ain't ducking no wreck with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the ones that they should be concerned about is the ones when he don't say nothing back to him. You know what I mean? That's when it get a little different. But it wasn't a friendly competition because it just came out of nowhere. I guess he felt like he wanted to go at homie. You know what I'm saying? And homie wasn't going for it.
And at one point, Rick Ross signs Meek Mill.
He signed Meek Mill. It's crazy because he signed Meek Mill probably, 2000 and maybe 11, maybe, I think. Maybe 10 or 11 or something like that. But, and that was another thing I didn't like about the situation. Because me and Meek come from the same hood. We both from the same city. And, at the end of the day, Fifth is my man. Yayo is my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're my brothers. Like, I could get anything from them. They'll do anything for me. And in his defense, Ross is his man. Ross changed his life. And it got a bit tricky with me and Meek for a second. It got uncomfortable because it was like, we knew like if we ever seen each other, we wasn't going to go at each other. Like we wasn't going to do that, but we didn't like it. It was uncomfortable. We actually just had a conversation about that shit recently. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just an uncomfortable thing. Like, you know what I mean? But he understood that they were already going through it before he actually decided to with Ross. You know what I'm saying? And, it just like was what it was. It's kind of like knowing two people that know the same people and they both going through some shit.
Yeah, man. That was, I can imagine that was probably pretty difficult for you guys.
No, it was. It definitely was. And then it got difficult again later for me when him and Meek started to kind of like go through it for a second. Only because it was just like, I didn't understand what was going on. And I wasn't here. I was in the feds. You know what I mean? It was uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? But they worked it out. You know what I mean? They talked and seen eye to eye or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? That's what men do. You know what I mean? And guess what? I just feel like even with this situation, when people, when they get physical with people, it's hard to turn that around to make it like, okay. You know what I'm saying? But when you going back and you keep going back, all you're doing is making people on your side. You're just making people on your side upset. You're making people on my side upset. They don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear what you would have done to me. You know what I'm saying? Same way your people don't want to hear what I could have done to you or what I will do to you. You understand? Nobody wants to hear that shit. So it's like, leave that shit alone. If not, if you feel away, then let's get in the ring and fix it. Easy.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.